Welcome live to Mississippi College, the site of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi MAIS Volleyball Championships, presented by Ole Miss. It's time for the Division II title to be handed out. St. Joe and Lamar School will be dueling here on Mike Jones Court, and we've got some themes already building in the student sections. Back with the tip-off of the first set right after this. Match number 2 of our 3-match day. To look at the head coach for Lamar School, Coach Courtney Schimmelfinning. And she, along with her husband, is the assistant, and Alex have been there for 3 years at Lamar School. This year, 20-13 is their record. And now there's a look at Coach Lauren Markle, who's the head coach, and of course, former color commentator for these championship games, but now she's a head coach. So unfortunately, we're unable to get her for this match. And she's assisted by Erin Etherly. We're ready for volleyball action for set number 1, best out of 5 between St. Joseph and Lamar School. We're underway with the first point of the match. And a big swing goes long off the arm of Temple. She's a junior for Lamar School. And the first points go to St. Joe. They've met only once earlier this season, in the matchup went to the Lady Raiders of Lamar. Division II is compromised, or composed, I should say, or comprised, that's a better word, of all 5A schools, as opposed to Division III, which was 2A, 3A, and 4A. First 2 points go to St. Joe. So this is all 5A schools. Meanwhile, Division I is all 6A schools. So that's where you get your 3 divisions of volleyball. And as the sport grows, there's a good chance that eventually, I'm sure hoping one day they have 6 championships to crown. That's the goal in every sport, I would assume. So as of right now, it falls in the lines of where soccer is currently, of boys and girls soccer with just 3 divisions. But it is an ever-growing sport. Just a few years ago, just last year even, it was only one championship. As Lamar gets on the board. Temple will head back and serve now. A big swing at the net there. She's one of the freshmen on this squad. In fact, not a single senior on the roster for Lamar School, all underclassmen. And as quickly as the first 3 points came for St. Joe, the last 2 points have come quicker for Lamar School. Apparently construction was the theme today, I'm guessing. Hard hats everywhere. There's nothing better when you have student sections, so that makes it all better for everybody when you have crowd participation. Back to serve is senior outside hitter Maddie Goucher. Now Lamar gives a free ball over to St. Joe and got a little contact into the net by Ava Temple, and that'll give the point back to the Lady Bruins. Now the service by Goucher again. There's a big swing and an attempt at the net on a block by Alyssa Leonard. Deflects out, so Lamar School gets the point. 5-3. Service by Schimmelfinning, the lone daughter of Alex and Courtney. She's a 7th grader on this varsity squad. She better know the game of volleyball, right? Carly Rollison has that attempt to just get it back over, sail long, or just sail wide rather, and it's 6-3. A couple of substitutions, including the libero and Emma Hale, freshman for the Lady Raiders. London Coleman sends it to the back row, and it is another point for the Lady Bruins. A 7-3 start here. Schimmelfinning from Little Rock, Arkansas, where she played volleyball and also started her coaching career, but more of an assistant at that point. Her first head coaching gig has been here at Lamar. Now we have a whistle and a net violation by Lamar. That'll give it 8 now to St. Joe, 8-3. But they run a program called Queen City Athletics. And they take, they said it's one of the fastest growing athletic programs down there, where all the travel teams, they have people that are players that come over from Alabama and other places to get involved there. Of course, Meridian is pretty close to that Alabama line. Now 8-4. A nice swing by Frugier to drop that one in. Big thanks to all of our staffers on the MAIS Championship Network for their commitment today to bring you all the coverage and angles and replay. And another big swing on the outside as Mallory Smith, the sophomore, connects for another one and climbs 2 quick points back. It's 8-5. The quick dump over works a lot of times, and Alyssa Leonard gets a quick point for the Lady Bruins on that hit. And now, the old movie title, 9-5. I know you're singing that in your heads now, if you know the song. And no, I will not be singing it for you. There's a big swing on the right side by Rollison, but doesn't clear the net. So the races to 5 that you always hear volleyballers talk about. First one went to St. Joe at 5-2, and now the second set of 5 has gone to St. Joe as well, 10-5. Still have one more championship to go today. The Division I ranks, a rematch for the last 4 years. There's our first time out on the floor. Lamar trails by 6 here on the MAIS Championship Network.
Oh, I wanna stay right here, chilling with my friends for a night.
Welcome back to Mississippi College as St. Joe leads by 6. So we'll see if the timeout ices the server at all and stops the run, and it does. And that's all in part to Frugier's big hit. The freshman puts it down, and it's 11-6. Just a perfect set on that outside, and she finds the gap right in the middle. CeCe Johnson tried to get over there, just wasn't able to. And that one's going to come right to the table on the deflection. And 2 quick points again. And Lamar seems to do that. They'll give up a couple of points, but then they'll come right back and get a couple of really quick ones. Not having to do a whole lot to earn those. And there's a gift right back on the service into the net by Frugier, and it'll be 12-7 St. Joe. With Lamar winning the earlier contest, it was a 4-set win, 3-1. But I talked to Coach Lauren Markle, and she said that based on the numbers, and a lot of coaches, they'll look at the numbers game and stats and whatnot. It can be, it looks like it's a very evenly matched contest. So it could go like the first matchup did to 4 or maybe even 5. There's a point to Lamar, 12-8. Carly Rollison just finding the openings in the defense. That one's off the hands of Alexia Brown, and they nearly get it back over with all the extra room here. If you were here for our first championship, you might have heard us talk about it. When athletes are in this building for the overall basketball championship, it's so much different than what they're used to, as that net court helps, and it's 12-10. You'll take every gift you can get. And St. Joe will call a timeout. We'll take it with him here on the MAIS Championship Network. It's 12-10, St. Joe leading Lamar. Welcome back to Mississippi College. Back in action, and an ace by the libero from the service line. How about that one by Emma Hale? That was all kinds of miscommunication. There's that ball just sunk quickly between 2 Lady Bruin defenders, as Connerly and Brown just kind of sat there and watched that one. That one's going to double hit, and that worked out because that first one's always that deflection. Lady Bruins looking for a point here. They haven't been able to score in a while. It's been 4 straight points now for Lamar School. One away from tying it up here in this first set. A nice swing, but a nice stop by Ava Temple. And then they can't convert. After that hit by Claire Boland, the senior middle, able to get the point back for St. Joe, 13-11. Back to serve is Clara Boland. And that serve, was going wide, but Frugier thought it was going to drop in and wasn't sure, and she got a hand on it, so the point goes over to St. Joe. They retain side out at 14-11. You watch it here, it's sailing wide, but you just don't know those angles you talk about. And now back live, it is Lady Bruins looking for a swing from the middle as London Coleman forces Lamarna just bumping one back over. Now can she get another big swing? Oh, it's a big kill by London Coleman. The sophomore sends that one down. (15-11). There's a service ace after the Coleman swing, 16-11. St. Joe wasting no time, getting right back at it as Claire Boland is on a run here. Perfect set. Oh, but a nice block, and it is Coleman again. Coleman is playing a big factor on the offensive and defensive sides. Back with continuing coverage here on the MAIS Championship Network. Welcome back to an electric atmosphere here inside the A.E. Wood Coliseum as St. Joe's crowd is really bringing the noise and they're feeding off their young ladies' energy on the floor. Lamar School trying to find an answer, trailing 17-11 here in set number 1 in a best-of-5 championship series. Coleman has been a big force lately, and she sends one over there for the Lady Bruins. And a nice swing on the outside, dug out on the back row by Boland, and then a swing wide that time by Vivian Young. And there's your stoppage of the run. Finally, a 5-point run by St. Joe, though. Just an awkward spot there. 5-point lead here for the Lady Bruins. And the Lady Raiders of Lamar School just have to give another free ball back over to St. Joe. Setting up Coleman again. She finishes another one. London Coleman, the sophomore middle, is really showing out in this first set. Now to serve Lauren Connerly, the senior, right side. A little set over, the little dump shot. Not fooled with the Lady Bruins. Going for the back row again, Vivian Young. There's a tough ball that will get deflected by Lamar School out of bounds, and it's now 19-12. And here's the other side story. No timeouts left now for Lamar. They can't stop action anymore. You only get 2 timeouts per set. Emma Hale digs it. Now it gets started. And another stop on the backside. It's Connerly getting it started. Vivian Young gets it over. A free chance here for Lamar School. The set to the outside, and that one will sail long off the arm of Temple, but did it get deflected? They say it did. There was a deflection. We'll get a good look at it here. Yep, just touched by Coleman. It was a good call by the official. And that's the other thing we haven't pointed out since we started this matchup, and that is every official, whether it's a scorekeeper at the table, the running the clock, the up and down officials, both line judges, all of them are actual officials. Not a lot of times you'll see, obviously, in matches where kids will be doing that job, but that's not the case here in these championships. It was the same thing yesterday for the quarter and semifinals, and it's the same thing today. St. Joe is the first to 20. Back to serve now, Maddie Goucher. The senior outside hitter will send it on its way. Now Lamar School trying to stop the run. We got net violation by the Lady Bruins, and that will go against London Coleman. So Lamar School pulls back to within 6. I'm Brian Eubank. We're glad to have you along here for the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi MAIS Championships in volleyball. Division II, all presented by Ole Miss and powered by Taylor Power Systems. Goucher will send it over. And now Lamar got too close to the net again. That was Emily Price. Now we have our first football score of the match, 21-14. A rotation substitution. Emma Hale returns, the libero, and that ball goes sailing out, 22-14. An impressive start here for the Lady Bruins. And you're talking about Lauren Markle, who's the head coach. She accepted the job just weeks prior to the season starting. In fact, when she showed up to the first match that I saw her at, and that one goes outside there, touches the antenna, I didn't even know she was the coach. It happened so quickly, and she said, yeah, I'm the coach now at St. Joe. She had been with D1 Sports for a long time and wanted a new challenge, so very awesome that she accepted the job. And boy, her girls, again, started off slow result-wise, but they have really come together here lately, and that one is going to put them 1 point away from a first set win. And that's what they did against Lamar School the first meeting, was they won the first set, but then they lost the next 3. So this isn't anything different, winning the first set, if they're able to finish off the final point here. Hardest point to get, the last one. St. Joe trying to defy the odds here and get that 25th point, and they do. First set winner to Haley Connerly and St. Joe, 25-14. They take the first set in a best of 3. It's all right here on the MAIS Championship Network. Second set is coming up. Welcome back to the A.E. Wood Coliseum here on the campus of Mississippi College. St. Joe of Madison leads 1-0 after their 25-14 first set decision. Now, as we told you, they've already played Lamar School once, and that one went to Lamar School after St. Joe won the first set. So we'll see what happens here. Similar result first time. That was, I think we need a volleyball somewhere. That would help. So who's to serve here? We're waiting for the, there we go. Now we're ready to roll as Ella Temple will put this first ball into play for set number 2. A low serve, tried to dig it out, did Lauren Connerly, but boy, that one was right at her ankles, and so the point goes to Lamar. That first set, it was not St. Joe out of rotation. A little early movement there by Alyssa Leonard, and a free gift to Lamar. I'm just hoping that there are no work areas that need those work area signs that are here tonight in the Lamar School side. I'm hoping the folks in Meridian know how to get around the traffic, or the construction areas. Maybe someone's dad owns a construction company. There's a ball that's swung on by Coleman again, and this time she tries to keep it alive and cannot. And the first 3 points very quickly go to Lamar School. So a very different start to this set for Lamar than the last, where they lost the first 3 points. Now they win the first 3 points in this one. So St. Joe can get back on the board here as Coleman winds and fires. The block comes, or the dig comes all the way back over. Now Coleman will get another chance, but comes up short with that jump. So 4-zip now for Lamar School. Ella Temple gets it started again. Difficult ball, so just a free ball over again for St. Joe. Tough set that time, and Caroline Frugier had to really come back for that one. And Coleman sends that to the back line and in. That stops the 4-point run there by Lamar School. The next championship is scheduled for a 2 o'clock start as Coleman is a net monster. Boy, she is just all over the net there. Been taking away some really good opportunities from Lamar School and some of those overpasses. Oh, and what a block. She does it again. Coleman, a one-girl wrecking crew here today. You gotta account for 25 every time you hit the ball. Know where she is. She gets up again and blocks another one. Oh, but I believe her teammate was in the net, and she was. And that was Alyssa Leonard. Got a little contact with the net. So now it's service back over to Lamar. Heading back is Riley Schimmelfenning. One of the more unique last names I've seen in some time. And I've done a lot of broadcasting over my years, and Schimmelfenning is definitely one I did not know how to pronounce when I first saw it. This one will go out of bounds, and St. Joe will get back side out. But that's the head coach's daughter that was out there for a brief moment, and Riley, the 7th grader. She's a serve specialist, so she will take one of those rotations and just go out there just to serve, and then she'll come back out once her service is over. There's a dig by Coleman that'll go all the way into the student section. No timeouts yet. Both coaches okay with the way things have gone so far, and now you've got the rotation substitution as CeCe Johnson comes on and Coleman will go out. So that big defender up front is gone for now for Lamar School to deal with. And that changes the game too when you don't have somebody there, and Mallory Smith takes advantage. And Lamar jumps out to a 7-4 advantage now. Claire Boland swings and puts that one into the net. And it's 8-4. And now the debate always is, you only get 2 timeouts. How do you use them? Do you burn one too early? Are you trying to save them? The strategy involved with only 2 timeouts in a 25-point match is always pretty difficult. Trying to figure out when your players need it most. Now it's 9-4. And Coach Markle still holding on to that timeout. She sends in Coleman again. Emily Price will send that one long. And it's now 9-5. 2 straight matches we've had that number. And now that I've gotten everybody to sing that song in your head, and it had just probably, you just stopped thinking about it, now it's back in there again. And my producer's singing it right in my ear now, so it's obviously very effective. Good point here, good rally between Lamar and St. Joe. Outside swing again, and this one's going to drop in for Frugier. And my apologies to the individual in my ear, because there are multiple people, and that sounds shocking that I hear multiple voices in my head. That was our replay operator, actually, Mr. Stafford, who was singing the tune made famous by Dolly Parton in the movie that bears the same name. Actually a really good movie, by the way. Very underrated. One of those you got to watch when it comes on TV, right? 11-5, and there it is. Timeout by Coach Markle, and St. Joe will take it with him here on the MAIS Championship Network. Welcome back to the A. Wood Coliseum, the campus here in Clinton, and Mike Jones Court. I'm Brian Eubank here for the Division II MAIS Volleyball Championship. Right now the lead is to Lamar, and the point goes that way as another two-touch occurs. It's now 12-5. Frugier. Oh, a nice tip over that time, but Connolly's little bump was able to be regathered in by Lamar School, and now back to the St. Joe side to see if they can stop this run here by Lamar. It's been a pretty impressive one, about 3 or 4 points here. The lead is all the way to 7 now. Kind of a difficult, or a very important moment here for St. Joe. Lamar gets another opportunity on the outside swing, and there it is for Mallory Smith. And it's now 13-5, Lady Raiders. Just good court awareness and great placement by Smith. Frugier, or Temple rather, gets it back over. Now Bolin. Connolly tries her hand at a nice swing, but the Lamar defense has been there, and Mallory Smith has been the point grabber lately. It's now a 5-0 run by Lamar School. And it stops on the service there by Frugier, but a very impressive run. Pushes the lead to 8. And now we'll see if Haley Connolly can get the Lady Bruins back in the scoring column here in some type of streak form. That swing is long, and back-to-back there for St. Joe. They maintain side out, and Smith tries that back row attack, or sending it to the back row. Another good swing and another kill for Ella Temple, and it's 15-7. These serves are really where it's setting up Lamar for success early on here in this second set. Those serves are coming in so shallow that the Lady Bruins aren't having a really good chance at getting anything set up offensively, but oh man, Goucher with a punishing swing down the line. 15-8 now. Look at that awkward angle just right down the line though. That ball felt like it was, her arm was cocked all the way back behind her head. A little accidental deflection, and that's going to work out in the hands of the Lady Bruins with a 4th touch on the Lady Raiders side. That serve is long. So side out back over to Lamar. Libero checks back in, Alexia Brown. Coleman trying to get the Lady Bruins back on the board, and they will. And if you're St. Joe, you're still right in this second set. It hasn't gotten completely away from you. If you're St. Joe, a crucial time here to get a couple more points and try to bring it back down to a 3 or 4 point set here. That's a good start for St. Joe. And if you're the flip side of things and you're Lamar, you want to put the pedal down here. You want to get to 20 and make a run and kind of knock out the psyche of St. Joe and don't even give them any thought that they've got a chance left in this one. And there's a little miscommunication there as Frugier and Lamar misses that one, and it'll be 16-12. Timeout by Lamar. Back with more continuing coverage here on the MAIS Championship Network. Welcome back to Mississippi College, where your score is Lamar School 16, St. Joe 12 after the timeout spent by the Lady Raiders. Lady Bruins, well, works out for the Lady Raiders as outlet swing goes a little wide, and it's a lead back up to 5. If you want to purchase a copy of this or any previous or future MAIS Network productions, MAISnetwork.org is the place you need to go to. Create yourself a free account and then purchase any of the events you want to watch and enjoy for the lifetime of, the internet, basically. It's the best part. They never go away. It's a lead of 6 now for Lamar. And that swing goes right into the net on the service by Ella Temple. Now St. Joe will check back in Maddie Goucher, as she has been having a pretty good afternoon for the Lady Bruins. There's a nice set and right down the line. A perfect placement for Frugier to attack the defense of St. Joe. We have one match left to go, and it is the Division I championship, featuring a rematch of the last 3 consecutive state championships, Hartfield and Jackson Academy. Another miscommunication moment there, and it's now trouble time. 20-13, 5 points away from a second set victory. That's the projected start time of that next match at 2. Probably not going to happen based on the way how competitive this one has already been. Oh, a great ball by Coleman, and then she runs into, accidentally, after it was over, Alyssa Leonard, and they kind of butted heads there for a moment. I hope she's all right. Looks to be okay. Time winding down here, so that was a big point if you're a St. Joe fan to get you back into this set. Got to win a couple more too, because it's now, oh boy, now it's 21-14. So now you're down to 4 points here for the Lady Raiders. And you got our football score back again for the second straight match, 21-14. Except it's the flip side of the score, and Lamar is leading this one. In fact, when St. Joe got to 21-14, they won the last 4 points in succession. It's kind of weird how both sets are the same, just different team with the result. Right into the middle of the defense is Frugier again. Now they're 3 points away from evening things up at a set apiece. And we told you these two teams met earlier this year. First set went to St. Joe, and the next 3 went to Lamar School. We're going to have to play 4 if Lamar wins this set for sure. Frugier dumps out to the back line. There comes a miss hit there by Connolly that will sail out, and it's now 23-14. Another timeout on the floor from St. Joe. We'll take it with him here on the MAIS Championship Network. Two points away, Lamar School, from a second set victory. And that means it's almost down to 1. If St. Joe can't get it back over, it's a high ball that does not find its way over. And so now Lamar is 1 point away from evening things up at a set apiece. As Coach Lauren Markle looks on, and a little bit of concern there for her squad. They have burned both timeouts, so no stopping it here, and that will be a last gasp effort. And Lamar School has in fact evened things up at 25-14, the same set score from the first set that St. Joe won. 1 set apiece, as we'll continue with coverage live here from Mississippi College on the MAIS Championship Network, all presented by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi and powered by Taylor Power Systems.
Hi, my name is Celis Hayes. I'm from Ludlow, Mississippi. Population of 250 people. I honestly never thought I would go to college, let alone the University of Mississippi. When I first got here, I was overwhelmed and I truly thought that I didn't belong here. but I knew it was going to be the best fit for me and what my goals were. Now I can be the leader and the mentor that I never had growing up, and I can pay it forward to the future generations.
Good things are going on.
Health.
There in Mississippi.
The importance of health. Blue Health. The experience of what it means to be healthy. Because taking care today leads to an even healthier tomorrow. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be healthy. It's good to be blue.
Two sets in the books. This will be the third as we're locked up at a set apiece. First point of set 3 goes to Ella Temple and the Lamar School Lady Raiders. So if you're just tuning in and you missed some of the earlier action, Lamar School trailed early, 3-0 in that first set. And St. Joe basically led the entire way. Never had it tied up, never trailed in it, and there's a second quick point to Lamar. In the second set, it was an exact reversal of the script, where Lamar won the first 4 points of the set, and then they never trailed or were tied up by St. Joe. So we'll see what the third set has in store for us here at the A. Wood Coliseum in Mike Jones Court here in Clinton, Mississippi. From the campus of Mississippi College, glad you're with us, as this has really become the home for MAIS championships. Not only the network, of course, of the MAIS network, but football, volleyball, and the overall basketball tournament all held here in Clinton. And thank goodness COVID is on its way out the door, hopefully, as a lot of championships now. We couldn't have had this number of fans here last year. I mean, it was a mask-wearing type place, and thank goodness we're kind of clear of a lot of that. Coleman tries a big swing, and it's a bigger block at the net by Ava Temple. Second straight set that the Lady Raiders have taken a 3-zip lead on the Lady Bruins. I mean, Coleman just wound up to hit that one, but unfortunately, you had a defender right there blocking it. Outside setup, down the line, out. Just wide there by Frugier. Three to 1. Goucher will send it on its way. Now Frugier. We have a Goucher and a Frugier today. Coleman stands flat-footed, but that wingspan and the reach she has with that ball is just quite hard to match. Nice block at the net. Going to see some net contact by Lamar, and it's 3-2. So here's something that didn't happen in either of the first two sets, and that was the team that took that 3-0 lead never relinquished it and never was tied. We'll see if St. Joe can be the first to tie a set after, and there they are, 3-3. So it does finally change in the third set. (3-3) and a 1-1 best out of 5 matchup. And there's a ball that will deflect out of bounds, and St. Joe has the momentum right now. 4-3. They've won the last 3 points in a row. Trying to set up Coleman here, but instead it will be Connerly that gets the swing, and now Frugier. Ball tipped. Coleman just trying to get it back over. And it's 4-4. So we'll see if this one will go back and forth the way it has started. Schimmelfenning now to serve. The 7th grader serve specialist. Oh, she puts it deep into the court, and Goucher could not keep her hands away from that one. It's 5-4. Sometimes you just got to laugh off those mistakes because if you dwell on them too long, they can get to you. Schimmelfinning again with the serve. And that will go long. And we're tied back up 5-5. Subbing in Ava Temple for Schimmelfinning, and then the libero rotates back in, and Emma Hale. That will sail wide. They do give him the out signal. So it's now 6-5. Lamar. Oh boy, a great dig on the back by Emma Hale, but they couldn't rescue that point as Frugier, or was that Temple, tried to get that to go over. So it's now 6-6 again. Boy, how many times? Let's see. It's been tied at 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s. So 4 straight ties. That one will land in, and an ace. They're not often achieved in varsity volleyball. Alyssa Leonard picks up one of those rare ones that the ball literally will just not touch anybody and hit the floor. That's the more common ace, is the ones where you have all the deflections on just a big swing. 8-6 now. St. Joe's biggest lead in this set. Lamar entered as the 1 seed in this tournament in Division II. 4 straight points and a timeout by Lamar School here on the MAIS Championship Network. St. Joe with the lead. Student sections have not gone anywhere. They are locked and loaded into this one. Great showing by both sets of fans, and a block at the net by Claire Bolin makes it 10-6. Well, I'm sorry, that was not Claire Bolin. My apologies. That was Lauren Connerly, number 4. I saw the reaction on Bolin's face. I assumed she had gotten the block, but that's what you love about the sport of volleyball. A lot of times you'll see the other teammates getting really excited just about the success of their teammates' accomplishments on the court. There's a tip. And now just getting it over, and oftentimes that can work into good things. Don't want to give anybody a free chance at any points. What a save there by Coleman. Just stuck her arm out. Now Lamar School, can they get an opportunity here? Big swing, a fake, and now the swing right back into Mallory Smith's hands. And there's another block on the Rollison hit. Best point of the match so far for sure. That's going to be Trouble. An amazing job of saving that right by our table. Holy cow, they're still alive. Both teams just playing this point out like it's the championship point. Oh man, what an absolute thrilling rally there. Longest point of the match goes to Lamar School, or excuse me, to St. Joe. That was impressive. And that one will end in just a few swings. So we were tied, remember, at 3-3, 4-4, 5-5, and 6-6. And if you look on your screen now, you still see 6 on the Lamar School side, which means 6 straight points now for St. Joe. Haley Connolly trying to get kill, but unable to. Back row attack here for Coleman. Oh, just bumped one over with the heel of her hand there. And now backside, setting up that hit there for Connerly. Emma Hale gets it started on the dig, and now a big swing by Frugier. Finally ends the string of 6 in a row. It's 12-7. And Lamar School right back in it again, sending Frugier back to the service line. And the other part, too, about this court that most other courts don't feature, most courts in high school have a basketball court on the ends and a goal that does not normally get raised. even in the biggest gymnasiums like Jackson Prep and MRA and Jackson Academy, they have goals there that they're just permanent. And so, and in Hartfield's another one. So here, though, you can collapse the goals, move them all the way behind the baseline. I mean, there's so much room here for balls that normally you wouldn't get a chance to have to save that they do here. Coleman digs one out on the back line, setting up. Goucher, big swing, but a nice dig by Emma Hale. Goucher again, gets it over. Boy, just a tough dig out there again. Big swing, Coleman with a save and just too far into the net, and Lamar back to side out at 13-8. Coach Lauren Markle is assisted by Aaron Etherly. As that serve will go out and back over to St. Joe. Now we mentioned, of course, Coach Courtney Schimmelfinning is assisted by her husband, Alex. Back to serve for St. Joe, Alexia Brown, the libero, wearing that gold jersey. Boy, St. Joe should feel right at home in this gym with blue and gold being their school colors, just like Mississippi College. And the Lady Choctaws who call this court home. Little miss hit there by Vivian Young. And it's 14-9. Service to the outside, a block by Coleman, but oh, it doesn't. Yep, they don't get it over in time. What a job by London Coleman. She wears 25 on her jersey, and she has been a force of nature here today. Anytime she's on that front line, you've got to know and account for her and try to get it around those tall arms. Nice save on the edge. Just getting it over is Alyssa Leonard. It's a great hustle play by Haley Connolly to keep it alive, and now a block, but it sneaks over the outstretched arms of Coleman. She kind of brought him down a little bit, even looked over to Coach Markle, who said, yep, keep him up tall, keep him up tall. Now, Ella Temple will try to get Lamar a couple of points in a row here, something they haven't done in a while. Coleman right into the net, so there's two quick ones for Lamar School, back to within 4. Lamar trying to do, or excuse me, St. Joe trying to do something they haven't done this year, and that's take 2 sets from Lamar School. And stuff by Ava Temple. Timeout by St. Joe as they trail 15-12 here on the MAIS Championship Network. Welcome back to Mississippi College on the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi MAIS Championship Network, presented by Ole Miss and powered by Taylor Power Systems and the Raider Network. It is 15-12, currently in favor of St. Joe, and that one will sail out wide, 16-12. So a 3-point swing from a 15-9 to a 15-12 advantage there for St. Joe. So Coach Markle wanted to stop things in that timeout. Oftentimes you talk about it, it ices that server, and it's worked into 2 straight points now as they lead 17-12. It's amazing how these 2 sets have mirrored each other in the score department once they've gotten to this point of the match. It's very, both matches, or all 3 sets I should say, have seen 17-12. Oh man, Coleman and Leonard, but I'm pretty sure most of that was London Coleman with that ferocious block at the net. 18-12. Now we got some contact in the net by Coleman. She knew it when it happened too. You could see her frustration as it's down to 18-13 on that violation. Ava Temple will exit. Back to serve now is Riley Schimmelfinning. And by the way, that's spelled Schimmelpfenning as St. Joe swings and gets another one. And that's a hard one to spell. You know another hard word to spell? It's hippopotamus. I've never been able to spell that word in my entire life correctly. It was like H-I-P-P-O, hippopotamus. I got nothing. I don't spell well. That's okay. At least I can say the word, right? Dug out, but too far back on the attempt there by Temple, and it's the first to 20 in St. Joe. And another timeout by Lamar School here on the MAIS Championship Network. Welcome back to continuing coverage of our MAIS Volleyball Championships, brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Mississippi, C-Spire, and Bank Plus. And right as we return to action, an ace by London Coleman. Right on cue, 21-13. Frugier gets it over. Connerly keeps it alive, setting up the outside swing of Connerly. Unable to get enough on it, and so Lamar School has a chance and converts with Caroline Frugier. And we have for the third straight set. I didn't think we were going to get there, but we did. 21-14. I'm a weird numbers person. Yes, I don't spell well. It's okay, though. I spell most of it. Hippopotamus is a tough word. I'll try it again in a minute, but I need to write it down. That would probably work out better. But nonetheless, I love numbers. And for 3 straight sets, we've had a 21-14 score. That's just kind of a fun fact of the day. The other fun fact today, brought to my attention by our replay operator, Mr. Richard Stafford, is that hippopotamuses, her hippopotami, that's a fun word, right? They kill more people than alligators every year. I did not know that fun fact. So now you know something you didn't know today. And you maybe you didn't know that I couldn't spell hippopotamus as well. Lamar School looking for that big swing by Frugier again. This ball is dug out and kept alive as St. Joe has done a great job. Oh my goodness, Coleman came all the way from the back row to get to that one. Coleman will get it set again. Now just getting it over is Connerly. Sends it deep though, trying to force the hand here of Lamar School, who, boy, this is a long rally again. Good dig by Frugier to keep it alive, but the set there attempt, a little miscommunication, turns into a point for St. Joe, 22-15. That one's going to go long. And Lamar School gets back a point, 22-16. Oh, back and forth here on this point, right at the net. And another impressive dig by Lamar School's Mallory Smith. This is going to have to be really hit hard to get up and over the net. Oh, and it just does! Oh, you got to be kidding! What a break there for Maddie Goucher and the Lady Bruins. And sometimes it just works. That's why you just put the ball in play. Look at this. It just ticks off the top of the net, which completely messes up the timing there for Mallory Smith. And wow. You couldn't have drawn that up any better if you're a Lady Bruin fan. And Lamar School, boy, they're really starting to get a little frustrated here as they're down to their potential final 2 points here in this set. Goucher, this time from the front row, trying to get a big swing on it. Another good dig by Connerly. Now Goucher sends one long again. Temple for Lamar School got that swing, and now at the net, it's a big swing, and Claire Bolin gets the kill. 24-16. Can they finish with the 25th point? It has happened each of the last 2 sets that the team that gets that hardest point has gotten it. 24-25. It is the hardest point to get. I guess the very hardest would be championship point, right? And it's not going to happen here. It's going to be 24-17. Lamar stays alive. They got to win 7 straight points now, though. to avoid falling behind 2-1. By the way, our 2 o'clock start time for the JA contest versus Hartfield, that will not happen. Just in case you were wondering. And we told you early on it wouldn't. There's another ball sent all the way back, 24-18. Timeout by St. Joe. They want to talk about it. We'll let them and come back with a final point potentially here on the MAIS Championship Network. Welcome back, 24-18. Lamar School trying to stay alive in this third set. And they will not. That will end the third set, and it goes to St. Joe for the first time this year. They hold a 2-1 lead over the Lamar School Lady Raiders. The fourth set is coming up.
Good things are going on.
Health.
There in Mississippi.
The importance of health. Blue Health. The experience of what it means to be healthy. Because taking care today leads to an even healthier tomorrow. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be healthy. It's good to be blue.
With the My Trustmark mobile app, no matter where you happen to find yourself, there's a world of opportunity. Check your balances from a friend's house. Deposit checks with a smartphone or tablet from the back porch. Or send payments with email or text during a family get-together. Live your life more freely. Make My Trustmark your Trustmark. Get started at trustmark.com.
Finding a phone plan with great 5G coverage can be tricky. Some only cover a small area, like this. And when you leave that area, things don't come through so clear. But with C Spire's nationwide 5G, you're covered. Don't settle for this. Get all this. Nationwide 5G. No contract, $45, unlimited. Only at C Spire. Take your pick. Get one of our best phones free.
Good things are going on.
Health.
There in Mississippi.
The importance of health. Blue Health. The experience of what it means to be healthy. Because taking care today leads to an even healthier tomorrow. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be healthy. It's good to be blue.
There's a look at the student sections for both sides, Lamar School and St. Joe. Lamar School, if you're just tuning in, had a construction theme somehow today. And that's impressive, the number of vests they came up with, along with the signage. Work area ahead. Be prepared to stop. And I believe the other one was right lane closed ahead. Perhaps I've lost track. It's not up anymore, so I can't find it. So now, Lamar School will serve once more to start things up. And Goucher, who's been a force the last couple of times, gets it started with a point for St. Joe. So if you're keeping track at home, and you've been keeping score at home, set one went to St. Joe. They started off with a 3-zip cushion. Set two went to Lamar School. They started off with a 4-zip cushion. Set three, it was Lamar leading 3-0. And up until that point, we mentioned nobody had rallied back from a 3-0 deficit to start a set. But St. Joe did, which gave them that hope that they needed as Coleman just puts one where no one is and gives them a 2-1 advantage. So once St. Joe got that match tied back, they tied it at 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s, and then they went on that 6-0 run that put them up 12-6, and they never looked back from there. And now they're up 3-1 quickly on Lamar School. And quickly a substitution there as Alexia Brown will come in for Claire Boland. No, I'm on the wrong side of the roster there. My apologies. Most of you people know who I am talking about. That was Ashby Woods who came in for Emma Hale on Lamar side. 4-1 now, St. Joe. Lady Bruins are picking up where they left off in that third set. I don't think she can do that. That should be Lamar. She hit it twice. I was like, everybody looked at it, I was like, wait a minute, she set the ball to herself. Now, when you're playing with friends and you do it, you can, but unfortunately, you'll get a good look at it here. She set it, and then she attacked it, and you can't do that. It was impressive. It was like in the old days with the Ronco rotisserie. You can set it and forget it, but unfortunately, you couldn't. That's another tough angle achieved by Claire Boland. Lady Bruins trying to keep the Lamar School Lady Raiders on their heels here. That's where they've been most of these points here lately. Coleman pushes one deep and long. 4-3. So Lamar School will get the service back. Emily Price will head back there to the line. And they cannot sub. Just got there too late. So she'll have to head back to the bench and wait for the next opportunity. Boland wide, and it's tied at 4. So now Lamar School trying to run some points here. Emily Price, if there is a fifth set, they will play to just 15 points. But as every set is, you got to win by 2. And the net court for Lamar works. Emily Price gets the benefit of the doubt there with a little tip over the net, 5-4. There's a high ball. I mean, we would normally call those ceiling scrapers, and in most gyms, those probably would have hit the ceiling, but not here. The A. Wood Coliseum is far too cavernous to, you would really have to hit a ball high to get one to hit the ceiling here. And now Lamar really feels like they're back in system, if you will, for their rotations and getting the ball where they want to on sets. Giving some really good opportunities for their frontline hitters. Boland tries to swing one, but the back row saved by Emma Hale. Setting up London Coleman again. And Coleman from anywhere on the court is dangerous, and she proves to be dangerous there. I've been keeping track, but boy, she has got a ton of kills today. Coleman, boy, it's been close to the table, and she almost ran into it again, but a good save by Connerly, and then Coleman couldn't finish that one off. All I saw was Connerly coming my direction, and I thought, oh boy, brace for impact. Carly Rollison gets the stop at the net, and it's 8-5 St. Joe. Or excuse me, Lamar. I looked right over in that direction. They're both wearing white, and both of the first two teams wore dark colors. So I can only hope that the third match they'll have opposing colors. Smith unable to get that one to get over, and it's 8-6. Fan bases for Hartfield and JA are starting to fill in the top sections of the A. Wood Coliseum. Now Goucher will get it started again for Lamar. Will they set up Goucher again? She'll swing from right there, flat-footed. And the outside hit by Smith, and it's bounced around, and Lamar School now has pushed their lead up to 3. Just that tough chance on the bounce sometimes. You just don't get it. Lamar School get a free chance here. No attack provided there by St. Joe. Great job there. And then miscommunication at the net. It looked like Ava Temple was going up for that overpass kill you see so often, and she let it go, and then Frugier just didn't see it all of a sudden, and by the time she did, it deflected off of her hands and into the crowd. Alexia Brown serves it up for St. Joe, and there's a nice swing by Mallory Smith on the outside again. 10-7, Lamar School with the lead. Mallory Smith, just a sophomore, will serve it again for Coach Schimmelfennig. Alexia Brown now a setup here for a big swing again for London Coleman. It's now 10-8. A good attempt by Frugier. She just couldn't quite get enough on it to keep it alive. Now we have a 2-touch, I believe, coming here against Lamar, and it's 10-9. So it was starting to get a little bit, if you were a St. Joe fan, a little bit in the troublesome side, getting down 3, sometimes almost 4. But they fall back to a 1-point deficit here, have a chance to tie it back up. Lamar was really hoping to establish some dominance to get this match into a 5th set. Great job at the net. And that was Alyssa Leonard to tie things up at 10 apiece. Again, it's the communication piece that seems difficult. Oh boy, a great break for Lamar School as that ball looked like it was going to drop in front of the net. It kicked over, and the Lady Bruins could not react in time. And Lamar sneaks back a 1-point advantage. Coleman, big swing again, all the way deep at the Awood Coliseum, saved and almost gotten over. Boy, that was an impressive save by Ella Temple, teamed up with Mallory Smith on that back line. Tied at 11. Big block at the net by Coleman, but it swings wide. And Lamar School back on top by 1. Getting set for some high-quality, high-level volleyball coming up after this one, too. Hartfield Academy, Jackson Academy. The 1 versus the 2 seed. It's the same matchup for the last 4 years now. And St. Joe now ties it back up 12-12. But it just goes to show you, too, the fact that this is a Division II out of 3 championships, how quickly the sport of volleyball has grown. Back when the first couple of championships were played and staged, it was only about 8 teams that fielded teams that could compete for a championship. Now that number is exponentially larger. I believe there were 5 in each division, right? So 15 teams. That swing comes up short there for Claire Boland. And it's now 14-12. Lamar School. Emily Price. A block at the net. Goucher keeps it alive. And the free ball over by the Lady Bruins will give a chance here, but Lamar hits another 2-ball with 2-touch. And that's if you're unfamiliar, and I know a lot of you are, probably the majority of you watching are. But anytime you see a setter which is that second hit, which is right here, and you don't see like a flat spin like that, that means they didn't simultaneously touch the volleyball with both hands, which you have to do. And when you set it. So that's the reason you have seen so many two touches here in this last little bit. St. Joe within one. Lamar School trying to get back their 2-point advantage, and they will with that deflection all the way to the back row and out. Big swing at the net again, and a nice diving save keeps it alive, and a late decision there between two St. Joe teammates. Didn't know they were trying to save it, Bolin and Goucher. And then that one is right in front of Goucher. And another timeout, this one to St. Joe. We'll take it with him here on the MAIS Championship Network. Back to action here in Clinton as Lamar School goes back to serve, gets a big swing or a big chance here on a free ball. And it's at the net, deflected, and it'll drop on the St. Joe side. 17-13 Lamar School. It's that net court. I mean, it's a term you hear in tennis a lot, but a term used also in volleyball with that ball that just hits really hard off that tape, and it forces a different spin and a different trajectory than you're anticipating, and it just throws you off. There's a tough set here and a big swing. Did it get tipped is the question. They say no. St. Joe fans hollering for a tip. Lamar School saying we didn't touch it. 18-13. Lady Raiders starting to pull away now. Getting closer and closer to a fifth and final set. Oh, there's a tough ball. It just drops in front of Rollison. She couldn't quite measure the distance there. And St. Joe gets back the side out. That was just a lucky break there for Coleman and the Lady Bruins. Chance here for the overpass kill, and there it is. That's Claire Bolin. Haley Connerly will accept the ball and serve it up here with a deficit of 3 for the Lady Bruins. Nice serve, almost gets an ace. We told you, that's one of the hardest things really to do in varsity volleyball. You have so many good athletes out there that have played so much volleyball. It's just so rare to see many aces out there against quality competition. Now, if you're overmatched somebody, that's a different story. Lamar School keeps it alive again. Goucher loads up, sends it down the line. Emily Price digs it out. Oh, a good little send over by the libero, Emma Hale. Now Goucher again, another low dig. And Smith unable to get the shot off because there's another two-touch, and it's down to a 2-point contest. That is 3 straight now after the timeout. Well, correction. St. Joe called the timeout, and then 2 points more went to Lamar to make it a 5-point game. And now the last 4 have gone the way of St. Joe. Timeout Lamar. We'll take it with him here on the MAIS Championship Network. Continuing coverage of today's MAIS Volleyball Championships, brought to you in part by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue. Trustmark Bank. And Mississippi Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center. Student sections there of Hartfield and Jackson Academy as they're getting set and ready to roll. They're up next, but we got to finish this one off as that tip time was scheduled for 2 o'clock, but yeah, it's already 2:10, so we know that's not going to happen. It's all good, though. A lot of good volleyball being played here today as that one hits. They say it tipped. And because it did go out, but they say the tip was there, so Lamar now back up by 2. Don't forget, if you're tuning in for the Division I championship, you will have to wait a little bit because it's on a separate separate file that'll come your way on the MAISnetwork.org site. Make sure that you will swap over, because once this game is over, we will end this stream and start a new one. So just be aware of that. But enjoy the free volleyball. Outside setup here. Oh, Goucher just dumps one over. Wow, that was court awareness. 20-18. Emma Hale gets it started. Gonna have to just get it over, and Frugier does that, giving an opportunity here potentially to Coleman, and Coleman sends one to the ground. It's a 1-point game. Well, it looked as though Lamar School was on their way to tying up this match at 2 sets apiece, but St. Joe said, not so fast, my friend. 1 point away from tying up this set. That one's a little too far, and but Coleman is there for the block instead of the kill, and it works to a tie set. Wow. Tied at 20. And we'll be about, I would say, estimate, by the way, about 30 minutes after the conclusion of this one until the next one. Now it is Coleman with a big swing again, unable to get the kill though, as Smith was able to dig that out. Now another opportunity here for St. Joe. Coleman still, Lamar able to hang on to possession here, but that one is going to go wide off the arm of Ella Temple, and St. Joe has gone from being down 20-17 to now leading 21-20. 4 points in a row now off the serve of Alexia Brown, the libero for St. Joe. Emily Price sets it up, and a free ball basically over here. An easy one for Coleman. Will she get another one? No, it's blocked right back in her face, and it's kept alive though. And Coleman will try again, swinging one more time. Lamar's able to keep it still alive. Now Brown to Connerly, to Coleman, and swung a little bit late on that one, tied at 21. Mallory Smith will serve now for Lamar in a race to 4. There's a very close net contact there, but a good job staying away from it by Emily Price for Lamar School. And now it'll be Coleman. Oh, what a little change of pace there. You didn't know if it was going to be Coleman or Frugier or Goucher, and Coleman snuck away with that one, and they lead by 1. Watch right here. Just, you couldn't tell if it was going to be Coleman there or not, and she just got up there quick. St. Joe looking for that all-important big lead here, and there it is. It's London Coleman again, leading 23-21. And another timeout on the floor by Lamar School, trying to stave off elimination here on the MAIS Championship Network. 2 points away from a first ever Division II state championship is St. Joe. Lamar School trying to stave off the final couple of points here and get to a 5th and final set. Now Coleman. And we got a 2-touch, now 1 point away. One point away is St. Joe. Their fan base can feel it. Will it happen here? Lauren Connerly will send it over on the way. And Lamar School, a nice big swing. Goucher digs it out, and they get it back over. A deep ball, a tough one by Mallory Smith. She gets it into the hands of Temple, but it's into the net. And St. Joseph from Madison wins it 25-21 in the 4th set and avenges an earlier season loss, which they lost 3-1 to this same Lamar School team. What a recovery and what a job by Coach Lauren Markle. They finish at 13-18. 13-18, folks. That's how bad the season began. And she got this team all the way to the championship, and they won it 3-1. We'll take a quick timeout and come back with a trophy presentation all right here next on the MAIS Championship Network.
Right here, chilling with my friends for another year.
That is Lamar School Lady Raiders and coaches Courtney and Alex Schimmelfinning as they got the runner-up trophy today, ending the year at 20-14. And now Coach Lauren Markle, who this time last year and this time a few months ago was not even coaching volleyball at the high school level. She was a trainer for a local group here in D1 Sports and in training volleyball kids to play the sport better, but I don't think she ever thought that she would, at this juncture, go from that to taking over a program in such a short amount of time, getting them from a tough start. I mean, when I told you their record, I mean, they came into this match with an overall mark of 12-18. So you're going to have a state champ finish at 13-18, but it's not how you start, folks. It's how you finish. And a big thanks to Mississippi Sports Medicine for providing the medallions, to Farm Bureau for the trophy, or excuse me, for the banner. And there is that blue trophy that is going to be handed out, the hardware, here in just a moment, to the Division II champion, St. Joe Lady Bruins. And there it is. A 4-1 win, or excuse me, a 3-1 win over the Lamar School Raiders, and they avenged that earlier season loss. Congratulations to Coach Lauren Markle and the entire St. Joe family, and kudos to Lamar School for making it to this point as well, as they come up just a set or so short of having a chance, one set short really, to force that fifth and final set. Next up, it is Jackson Academy right there and Hartfield Academy. We want to remind you, it will not be on this stream. This stream is going to end, so on MAISnetwork.org, select that third matchup, which is the Division I Championship. Make sure you select that to watch the next broadcast. It's coming your way in about 20 to 25 minutes. But for now, I'm Brian Eubank. For our entire MAIS Championship Network crew, we say so long for just a few, as we say congratulations again to St. Joseph School from Madison for claiming the first ever Division II MAIS Volleyball Championship. As always, I want to encourage you to attend the place of worship of your choice when you get the chance to join us back here in just about 20 minutes for continuing coverage of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi MAIS Volleyball Division I Championship. This has been a presentation of the MAIS Championship Network.